The auditorium was filled with restless murmurs, flashes of cameras, and the electric buzz of competition. The giant screen behind the stage shimmered with the words, "Voice of Dreams, Season 9. Hundreds of contestants had already sung their hearts out, but no one had yet made the judges rise from their seats. Backstage, a thin nervous boy stood clutching an old beaten guitar. His fingers trembled against the strings. He looked no older than 16. His name was Ethan Parker, his hair was messy, his shoes were worn, and his eyes carried the quiet pain of someone who had already seen too much of life. The stage manager called, "Ethan Parker, you're up next." Ethan swallowed hard, glanced once at the faded photo sticking out of his guitar case, a picture of him and his father, and whispered, "This is for you, Dad." Ethan stepped into the spotlight. The audience barely noticed him at first. Another kid, they thought. Another dreamer. One of the judges, a stern woman named Clarissa, sighed, "All right, young man. Name and song, please." Ethan took a shaky breath. "My name's Ethan Parker and I'll be performing Hotel California by the Eagles." The judges exchanged glances, a risky choice for someone his age. Clarissa leaned forward. "That's a tough song, Ethan. You sure about that?" He nodded, his voice trembling but determined. "Yes, ma'am. It means something to me." The room quieted as the first notes left his guitar. Ethan's fingers danced softly on the strings, the melody hauntingly gentle. His voice was fragile, almost whispering the opening lines, yet every word carried weight. The lyrics didn't just sound like a song, they sounded like memories bleeding through. "On the dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair." The audience leaned in. The sound wasn't perfect, his guitar had a crack near the neck, but his voice, it had truth. A trembling, aching truth. Clarissa's pen stopped moving. The second judge, Marcus, frowned, not in criticism, but disbelief. There was something right in the boy's tone. Something that made the lyrics feel alive. Halfway through, the lights dimmed, and the boy closed his eyes. His voice grew stronger, richer, filled with a pain that reached every corner of the auditorium. Mirrors on the ceiling, pink champagne on ice. Each word carried the weight of someone who had lost something precious. What no one knew, what Ethan never told anyone, was that Hotel California had been his father's favorite song. His dad, David Parker, had been a small-town musician who used to play at local bars. When Ethan was 8, his father taught him that very song on a dusty old guitar, the same one Ethan now held. But one winter night, David left for a gig and never came back. A drunk driver. A broken car. A family shattered. After the funeral, Ethan's mother sank into depression, losing herself to pills and silence. By 13, Ethan was on the streets, busking for coins, singing the same song his father loved, trying to feel close to him again. Tonight, this performance wasn't about fame. It was a goodbye. As Ethan reached the chorus, his voice cracked, not from weakness, but from emotion too big for his small frame. "Welcome to the Hotel California." Tears glistened in his eyes. The hall was silent. Even the camera crew stopped moving. The final verse came like a storm. He strummed harder, pouring his soul into the guitar, as though it were his father's heartbeat. His voice rose, powerful and trembling, a cry of love, pain, and release. "You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave." When the last note faded, Ethan stood frozen, breathing hard, his fingers still hovering over the strings. Then, silence. Not a sound. Not a whisper. And then Clarissa, the judge who rarely smiled, pressed her trembling hand to her chest. Tears streamed down her face. Marcus rose from his seat, eyes red, and began to clap. One by one, the entire audience stood, a thunderous standing ovation that shook the walls. Clarissa leaned into the mic, her voice unsteady. "Ethan, that wasn't just a performance. That was a story. That was love, pain, and life, all in one song. You didn't sing Hotel California. You lived it." Ethan blinked, speechless. Marcus added softly, "I don't know what you've been through, son, but that voice, it carries truth. And truth moves the world." As tears rolled down his cheeks, Ethan whispered, "My dad taught me that song. He said if you sing from your heart, even broken notes can heal someone." Clarissa covered her mouth, trying not to cry again. Then she reached forward, and slammed the golden buzzer. Golden confetti exploded from above, raining down on Ethan as the audience roared. He fell to his knees, overwhelmed. For the first time in years, he felt seen. He felt his father was somewhere watching, smiling. That night, the clip of Ethan's performance went viral. Millions watched the trembling boy who sang his soul out to a song older than him. Comments flooded in, people saying his voice reminded them of lost parents, broken dreams, forgotten love. The next morning, Ethan woke up to a message request. It was from a woman named Angela Rivers, a music producer.